couple of weeks back, I posted up a radio counseling on listening, specifically reflective listening. I'll put that link below. And thanks for watching it in advance. But there are other things that go into being a good listener. It can be one of the most important things in keeping a relationship afloat, in fact. I use complete fiction as my evidence. This hunky doctor pic was snipped out of She-Hulk, a TV show on the Disney Channel. And he says, can I be honest with you? I've been on so many first dates and I really hate talking about myself. Tell me about you. She-Hulk's reaction is... And while She-Hulk may be a fictional figure, the reaction is not. Being listened to is a very empowering sort of thing that can happen to anyone, male or female, and it's literally what I predicate my job on. So, let's go into what makes a good listener for a moment. It's time to get good. One of the common refrains that you can get about somebody being a bad listener is that they aren't actually listening, they're faking it, they're insincere, they only want sex, or they are just trying to figure out how to fix things. In all of these cases, the listener is basically distracted by something and is focused on something other than the person doing the talking. Since it's important that they relay it to you, here's how you can do it well. First, as a listener, you want to be sincere. Faking your way through can work sometimes, in all honesty, but people aren't actually stupid. They will see you are not paying attention. That suddenly winds up being embarrassing to both parties, which restricts further communication. Then this happens. If you're interested, be interested. If you aren't, then move the topic over to something that both of you will enjoy. If you are finding that you're doing this all the time, though, you might be aware of a certain amount of egotism in your conversational structuring.
My approach was kind of to do something a little bit different.
Be open to perspectives. Sure, maybe you don't get it right now, but it does to this person for some reason. And if you find that completely unpalatable, like above, you can move the conversation onward to something different, or maybe you can move it to something about the conflict that you're seeing in this conversation. Make the conversation about the conversation. It keeps the focus there and shows you're engaged and interested. Being non-judgmental. So I kind of have a problem with this one, but I think it's mostly semantics because nobody likes to be judged negatively. Being non-judgmental is all about successfully taking in a perspective and empathizing with it. The problem is that everybody is judgmental as sin.
Snap judgment based on the handshake.
Don't judge.
Listen, I'm not here to judge.
Yes, you are.
So how do you fix this? You look at it deliberately from their point of view. You ask for clarification. You find out why a person believes that way. And I don't mean like, what do you mean by that? I mean more along the lines of like, wow, what brought you to this perspective? That's really different from me. Tell me more about how you came to that conclusion.
Let me clarify, because they're probably like, what the
Let a person finish their sentence. Most of the time, unfortunately, we tend to be formulating a response to a conversational gambit while the other person is still talking. This, at its best, is only a little rude, and at its worst, creates interruptions and misunderstandings. It's really just parallel talking if you're not actually talking to each other. When you get uncomfortable, realize that what's creating that discomfort is you. It's your perspective, and you're internalizing what they're saying. So this is less about immediate listening and maybe more about solid introspection. For example, if somebody talks crap about people who get tattoos. I, for some reason, might take umbrage. But why should I care? Because I feel attacked as a person who has tattoos. But maybe this person has only met gangbanging thugs with tattoos scrawled across their jaw and neck and face. And those thugs were mugging them while with those tattoos on full display. That, my friends, obviously
just isn't me.
So I need to calm myself and remember that maybe the next part of this conversation should be about how they missed this.